Good morning, Super Secret Bricks here for a retrospective of all the Life on Mars sets. Today we're having a look at the set 7311 Red Planet Cruiser, released in 2001. It has 68 parts and one character. The character is Altair. Altair is our first Martian minifig, character that we're having a look at in this retrospective. So we'll discuss a bit about the specificity. So we have three parts really that were already pre-existing, which are the torso, which is a Lego Star Wars battle droid part, as well as the two arms with two clips, which are also Lego Star Wars battle droid parts. So these were first created in 1999 and are still in production today. But we have two very exclusive parts, which are the head, which is clipped to the torso, as well as the legs, which are also clipped to the torso. These are special molded and are exclusive to the Life on Mars theme for the Martian characters. And yeah, just like they have the same articulation points as the Lego Star Wars battle droid, so they can bend. They have a clip at the hip, so they can bend and get straight. They cannot really sit down because they only have, they have two anti-studs at the feet, but no anti-studs behind the hips or the thighs, the legs. So if they sit down, they just sit down flat. They cannot be clutched to a studded surface. We have a stud on front of the torso, but none at the back. And yeah, so the arms are clipped to the torso, and so can be angled up and down. And they also have a clip at the hand part, so they can hold on to something, some tools. The head is also clipped, so it can go up and down, like that. And yeah, now this face is exclusive to this character. Actually, this combination is exclusive to the character. There's a lot of exclusivity here. So the teal arms color for the battle droid arm is exclusive to this character, and the lime battle droid torso is also exclusive to this character. Of course, the lime legs are also exclusive to this character. So yeah, lots of exclusivity for Altair. Yeah, so Altair is exclusive to this set, and he's the only Martian to have hair on the top, orange hair. He's got some speckles on his face. We can see the nostrils here, big eyes. And finally, it is worth noting that Altair, the name, is actually inspired by the star from the Aquila constellation. So yeah, we'll see that all the Martians from Life on Mars have a name that's after a star or planetary object. Now, let's have a look at the build. And this is the Planet Cruiser. So the Planet Cruiser is a complicated aircraft in that, I mean, it's a bit hard to know what it is supposed to do. I think it's supposed to hop, because if we have a look back at the instruction leaflet, we can see here that it's supposed to bounce up and down, which is a bit silly in my opinion, but let's leave that for the end of the video. So yeah, we have hinged finger locked articulation at the ankle right here. We got sort of a very high knee and then hip connection here, and they are all hinged, which means you can actually change it. So right here it's very flat and it looks like a spaceship, a long spaceship, which I much prefer the look. And finally we can also put it up like this and then down like that, and again a spaceship of sorts. I also like the look of this one. It's less sleek, but more bulky. And you can see that, yeah, it lies flat on the ground, so it's all good. So the Planet Cruiser comes with 2 thrusters here and there, with some energy coming out of them, transneon orange codes. These parts were introduced in 1999 for the Star Wars film. We have a cockpit section here with that part over there. I think you might recognize it. It's quite a known one, except in this color, it only comes in 2 other sets. So in the set 5986 Amazon Ancient Ruins, released in 1999, sticking to the cockpit, we can see here, right there, that we have another one of those battle droid arm, right there, in light gray. And yeah, it's a funny part usage, especially when you consider that the Martians are supposed to be like live creatures. Did they mold a part after themselves, like look like an arm that they can use here? Anyway, and here we have a tile that is printed with a pattern that's exclusive to the Life on Mars theme. I can't quite make out what it's supposed to be though, so if anyone can take a guess, just let me know in the comments, because it looks really weird. If I had to make a guess, I would say that this right here is supposed to be a base, and this right there in red is an objective, and the dotted line is supposed to be the trajectory for our vehicle. Maybe? I'm not sure. Speaking of prints, we also have this rounded tile here, a 2x2 round tile with a meteor-like print, and it's a bit bizarre. So let's take a step back. It's a bit bizarre because you wouldn't see it. So if you take the set as it's supposed to be, well, double quotes, put that in between double quotes. So if it's standing right there, it's quite hard to see it because it's not there. It's gonna be at the back, right? And yeah, so it looks like it's the logo of this vehicle, possibly. But what I really want it to be is some sort of a computer screen, though it doesn't make sense in the positioning, right? But I want it to be a computer screen, and that would be about a meteor, detecting a meteor that's coming to crash down, and maybe here in red would be where it crashes, and that's where we're going to find it. And we've seen previously that the set Solo Explorer crashed, and it could be due to a meteor that hit it, right? Because there's a meteor in that set that's included, and so maybe that's the meteor that hit it and then make it crash. Anyway, yeah, there's one last thing. Well, there's two more things I want to mention. 3 more things. All right. First of all, we have sand green here. It's a color that got introduced in 2000 for the Harry Potter film, and that is still in use today. But we'll see that the Life on Mars sets use a lot of sand color. So sand blue, sand green, we've seen those, and we'll see more in the next sets. Next is the arms. Right here, we have some arms that are articulated with those finger-locked hinges, and they are really hard to manipulate. So I appreciate like the articulation it provides, but it's lacking in one direction. Like I would like the arm to be able to go up and down, and it's not able to do that. But the left and right articulation is just too much because it takes too much force to actionate. So we got the 2 arms like this, one with an antenna, some sort of detector, and another one with 2x2 translucent orange dish, which is also some sort of detector, I suppose. And finally, we have for the pilot seat, because as I mentioned, the Martian, they cannot sit on a studded surface, right? They sit flat. They're going to sleep. So the Martian cannot actually sit there. So how does it sit there? Well, it's simple. So you see this, you might think, hey, it's gonna hold them in place, right? Well, it's even better than this. The Life on Mars vehicle all have a handlebar like this, so that they can actually hold on to it, you see? And now you can discover that the size of the battle droid torso is actually the same as a 1x2 plate with a handlebar right here. So that means we have a two studs wide character right there. And that's how they're sitting. They're not actually sitting. They're just holding on to the handle there. And then I can have a look at the screen. Four things. Just wanted to mention that this plate that got introduced back in 1999 with the Rock Raiders film is also heavily used in the Life on Mars sets. Okay, so in my opinion, this is an okay set. I'm hesitant calling it good. I don't really like it because it's only got one leg. I want my MX to have two legs. Only got one leg, and because of that, I really want it to be a spaceship rather than some silly hopping mechanism. I mean, it's different from what we know, and that's to be expected because this is life on Mars. It's not life on Earth that we know. But still, I don't really like that, and I'm really glad we can articulate it and change the way it is. This is great thinking from the Lego designer. I really like transforming vehicles, and this one, the transformation is quite good. I'm not too happy about the arms though. Again, I would like them to be able to angle up and down, and the finger locking mechanism just makes it really hard to actionate. So yeah, that's what I think about this set. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like if you did. I release new content every Wednesdays, sometimes on Saturdays. So if you want to get notified when the next Life on Mars reviews get released or any other video, just click the subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.